Have you ever wondered how a small apartment in Hangzhou, China, became the launchpad for a global tech giant? This is the story of Alibaba, a company that transformed e-commerce and much more. It all started back in 1999. A former English teacher named Jack Ma gathered 17 of his friends and students in his small apartment. Their mission? To build an online marketplace connecting Chinese manufacturers with buyers from all over the world. They called it Alibaba.com. This wasn't just a business idea, it was a vision to empower small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, to compete on a global scale. In those early days, the team worked tirelessly, fueled by passion and instant noodles. The energy was electric, and they truly believed they could change the world. Just 4 years later, in 2003, as eBay was making its mark in China, Alibaba launched a direct competitor, Taobao. The name literally means searching for treasure, and that's exactly what it became for Chinese consumers. Taobao offered a free listing model, a stark contrast to eBay's fee-based system. This strategy, combined with a deep understanding of local consumer habits, quickly won over the market. Taobao wasn't just a shopping site, it was a community, a bustling digital bazaar where anyone could open a shop and start a business from their home. This move was a masterstroke, laying the groundwork for Alibaba's dominance in China's consumer e-commerce space. But a marketplace is only as good as its payment system. To solve the crucial issue of trust between buyers and sellers who had never met, Alibaba introduced Alipay in 2004. Initially, it was just a simple escrow service. When you bought something, your money would go to Alipay first. Only after you confirmed you received the goods in good condition would Alipay release the payment to the seller. This simple idea was revolutionary. It broke down the biggest barrier to online shopping in China, a lack of trust. Alipay quickly evolved from just an escrow tool into a comprehensive digital wallet and a financial services behemoth, now known as Ant Group. It became the backbone of Alibaba's ecosystem. As the Chinese middle class grew and their tastes became more sophisticated, Alibaba saw another opportunity. Consumers wanted guaranteed authentic, high-quality products from big brands. So, in 2008, they launched Taobao Mall, which was later rebranded as Tmall. Tmall was a curated B2C platform, inviting established brands and retailers to open official online flagship stores. This move perfectly complemented Taobao's C2C model. Now, you could buy handmade crafts from a small artisan on Taobao and the latest smartphone from a global brand's official store on Tmall, all within the same ecosystem. But selling things online is only half the battle. Getting those products into the hands of millions of customers, quickly and efficiently, was the next huge challenge. China's logistics infrastructure was fragmented. So, in 2013, Alibaba co-founded Cainiao Network. Cainiao isn't a delivery company in the traditional sense. It doesn't own a single truck or employ a single courier. Instead, it's a logistics data platform, a smart network that partners with and coordinates thousands of delivery companies. It uses data and technology to optimize routes, manage warehouses, and predict demand, drastically improving delivery speeds and efficiency across the country. It's the invisible hand ensuring your package arrives on time. And let's not forget the engine running all of this, the cloud. As Alibaba's own operations grew to a massive scale, they needed immense computing power. This internal need gave birth to Alibaba Cloud in 2009. They built a world-class cloud computing infrastructure to power their own e-commerce empire, and then they started offering it as a service to other businesses. Today, Alibaba Cloud is one of the top cloud providers globally, powering everything from startups to government agencies. It's the digital foundation not just for Alibaba, but for a huge part of the modern digital economy. So how does this giant make money? It's a mix of advertising, commissions on Tmall sales, and fees for its cloud and other enterprise services. By 2014, Alibaba was an absolute powerhouse. The world was watching, and Wall Street was waiting. On September 19, 2014, Alibaba Group held its initial public offering, or IPO, on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol Alibaba. It was monumental. The company raised an astonishing $25 billion, making it the largest IPO in history at the time. This event wasn't just a financial transaction, it was a statement. A Chinese tech company had arrived on the global stage in the biggest way possible. Now, if you look to buy Alibaba stock, you'll notice you're actually buying something called an ADS, or American Depositary Share. What does that mean? Since foreign ownership of certain Chinese companies can be restricted, a structure is used where a bank buys shares of the company. In this case, Alibaba, and then issues depository shares on the US stock exchange that represent those underlying shares. So when you buy one Alibaba ADS, you're buying a security that represents 8 ordinary shares of Alibaba Group. It's the standard way for US investors to invest in many international companies. The economic impact of Alibaba within China is almost impossible to overstate. It has created tens of millions of jobs, not just directly, but indirectly. Think of the millions of online sellers on Taobao, the warehouse workers, the delivery drivers in the Cainiao network, the live streamers, the digital marketers, and the app developers. Alibaba has built an entire economy around its platforms, giving countless individuals, especially in rural areas, the tools to become entrepreneurs and lift themselves out of poverty. It truly democratized commerce. So, what's next for this tech giant? Jack Ma has always spoken of his 102-year vision. The company was founded in 1999, so a 102-year lifespan would mean it would see business across 3 different centuries. This long-term thinking guides their strategy. Today, Alibaba is investing heavily in the future. They are at the forefront of artificial intelligence, using it to personalize shopping, optimize logistics, and develop new technologies. They're also focusing on green tech and ESG, environmental, social, and governance initiatives. They've pledged to achieve carbon neutrality in their own operations by 2030 and are working to reduce emissions across their massive digital ecosystem. From a humble apartment to a global force, the story of Alibaba is a lesson in vision, resilience, and the power of the internet to connect people and create opportunity. It's a company that didn't just ride the wave of China's economic growth. It was one of the major forces creating that wave. The journey is far from over, and the next chapter in its 102-year story is still being written. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive. See you in the next video.